Hey guys, welcome back to Josh Plays Old Games, where it's time to get back into Bonk's Revenge. Last time we left off on Parasol Beach, so we'll pick up right in that same spot. I do want to note that I had some issues after the last time I recorded, and I ended up having to start the game over. That's alright though, because I have more lives now, so hopefully we can get a little bit farther. Now these cats here are very, very devastating to your health meter, so be very careful of those. I tend to like to avoid those altogether if I can. Also, another thing is you want to go kind of slow through here, because if you're going at full speed, those surfers are actually hard to see coming. So, she got me again. And you really just want to shake your controller and bonk as much as possible when they grab a hold of you. The last time I played, I was able to avoid those cats altogether. I don't know what I'm doing different here, but it's not working nearly as well. These guys are as simple as they always were. Just headbutt them. But the game actually gets a lot harder from here on out. But that's alright. We'll get through it as best as we can. But this stage is actually the last one that's really straightforward. The rest from here get really hard. So you come down here and get your bonus level. And this one's a little bit different from the ones that we have dealt with before. You have to destroy these radar tower things. And you get a happy face for each hit you land on them. I have not figured out a way to destroy them all, but I'll get as many as I can. So I don't know if you can get between them or not, but if you hit them in the side, they will do damage to you. So I don't think you can go down between them and do it that way. So that wasn't too bad. 7 hits. That's the best I've been able to do on that so far. I've practiced it a couple of times since the last time I played, just to try to give you a little bit more of a comprehensive commentary on the video as I play. That was a pretty good little combo there. Here are 3 of these guys, and if you get hit by these guys, especially in their mouths, they can do a lot of damage to you. So you just want to kind of wait till they get low and do your head bonk on top of them. Makes them a lot easier than trying to face them head on. Now this stage gets actually very, very difficult. The way that I like to take on the warship, or at least the first part, is to sink down as far as I can. If you press down, you move down a little bit faster. But these things explode at funny angles, so you want to kind of try to manipulate those to explode where you want them to. Like right about here, and I still got hit by that one. But the angles are a little strange to get used to, and I get hit by those quite a bit. And down here there will be these tiny fish, and you want to make sure that you wait and you go ahead and kill those with your head, because if they grab a hold of you, they'll take a lot of life from you. So just take your time and try not to rush through this too much, because those fish can really, really tear you apart. So that's the way I like to handle that. There's nothing to the right here except for one of those bombs, so don't even bother going over there. But here come 2 more of those fish, so. And I like to wait until I've destroyed them all before I move upward here, because this is close quarters and those fish can really get you. And in these things, as you can see, in these blocks here, there are actually quite a few items that'll pop out. Like there's a 1-up right there. I've only had that happen twice, though, out of the 3 times I've practiced this stage. So I don't generally spend too much time breaking these blocks. So we'll just move on from here. Grab the life and just keep going. And here you have to go up through the ship. So just watch the windows carefully, because in some places like this there will be enemies. But if you just keep your eye on the windows ahead of you, you should be just fine. Now, that's one of the things that I like about this third anger stage, is you get to shoot fire that'll actually kill them. But once you go down to this stage, your fireball will only pause the enemy for a minute, which can still be helpful. But it's not as good as the big fire breathing you get in the other form. This part, just kind of watch for the missiles to come out and jump over them. I haven't tried to attack the missiles, and I probably won't, just because it's easy enough to dodge them. Oh, right there. Down here is another bonus stage, and I think it's the ice slide one, if I remember correctly, which I have not done well at all. No, okay, this one is the spring one, which I haven't beat that one either yet, but we'll try again. But you want to try to get as many of these bonus levels as you can, because if you collect enough of those happy faces, you get the bonus stage, and you get a chance for power-ups and, you know, one-ups and all that good stuff. So it'll help you keep going longer in the game. But, you know, I failed again there. Not much of a big deal, but it's helpful if you can get at least 20 of the happy faces, because you get a one-up at the end of the level. This green thing is actually an enemy, and the one here is hard to see, so make sure you hit them before you grab that happy face. They'll shoot bubbles at you if you don't kill them fast enough. Oh, I missed. So again, we have more of these blocks here. Once in a while, you'll have a one-up come out of them, but not often, so I'm just going to keep going. Try to avoid this guy down here if I can. As you can see, the little spring guy met me down here. I don't need that life, so I'm not going to go after it specifically. I'll just keep moving. Watch out for those drips too, they'll do damage to you. Ah. As you can see plainly there, I'm getting nailed by those drips. Oh, and the little pink spring guys almost never give me anything useful anymore. Most of them turn into enemies now. Just knock them off and keep moving. I think that's the easier solution. Him I'm pretty much going to have to deal with. Oh, see, there's a crab down there shooting bubbles at me, but I can't reach him. So I'm going to run over here and grab this bonus level. This one I think is the ice now. Yep. I never do well on this one, but we'll try as hard as we can to get through it. Alright. Already doing better than we did last time. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Looking a lot better this time. It's actually a lot harder than it looks, because when Bonk starts sliding, he keeps a lot of momentum when he lands. So you gotta, you just gotta be real careful. So I think I'll take that as good enough, because those platforms look so small. There's no way I'd be able to stay on them. So not too bad that time. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, those shoot a lot of axes at you. But you can get over top of them, and they're harmless from up here. Especially if you do a dive bonk on them. Now, let's try and make it over there. Yep. I like to get these out of the way just so I don't have to deal with their axes later. Oh, I didn't even see him. But we'll ignore him and just keep moving. Alright, there's another one of these crabs. Whoa! Okay, the fire can be pretty bad if you're not careful. Sailor Saloon is pretty much the same kind of thing we've been dealing with. You know, it's just got this fire now. Which, if you need to, you can do your little flip to get some extra distance and avoid those flames. And over to the right, you'll have a large meat. So we'll grab that and take off to the left here. Just keep going until he drops down, and then head to the right. Smashing as many of these enemies as you can before it runs out is always a good idea. I love this third stage. It makes you so strong, but I ran into a water bubble and Went down to the second form. Those fish are just points, so this part's tricky. These bombs here are very difficult to avoid, so I try to stay on the bottom if I can and wait till they float to where I want them, just like that, to try to avoid their explosion. So try right about like that, I think. Yep. They always explode at the same angle though, so they can be predictable if you just watch what you're doing. And there's a crab there, so no. Alright, not too bad. One hit. Alright, so once again, just wait till it gets to the right angle. This part's actually kind of annoying to me, but you can manage if you're careful. Just take it slow. There we go, that's good. See if we get this happy face without taking any damage. No, took a little damage. Alright, this crab here is right in our way, so just be ready to bonk his little fireballs in between your forward movements here. So there we go, not too bad. This part can be tricky because the bomb will go off right about the time you're trying to deal with this crab here. But it looks like I managed it. Some people just fly through this part really fast and take a lot of damage and don't worry about it, but I always try to be careful. You got your boss fight coming up and you really want to have a little bit of life for this. This boss isn't particularly difficult. You just got to watch out because he's kind of like, you start off playing a game of sort of like a whack-a-mole game. If he gets all the way to the top, he'll stay there for a minute, but he'll also try to attack you, so I like to just try to go ahead and hit him while he's on his way up. That way, he doesn't do any attacks and I don't take any damage. It always works out better if you can limit the amount of damage you take. Okay, so his first form is gone. The second form is actually really easy. I died right off the bat, but you can actually get on top of him really easily and just keep bonking him. I was not doing so well this time around, but the last time I did it very, very easily. I just got up top and just kept hitting him on top of the head, and it went very, very smooth. This time, apparently, it's giving me more trouble. So, there we go. Just dodge his missiles and wait till he gets a chance to attack. He'll drop down and there you can hit him a couple of times. So not the worst boss you'll ever face, but also if you're not careful and don't get everything exactly right, he'll do a lot of damage to you. I've actually done that one without being hit one of the 3 times I practiced this. But I got 20 happy faces, so that's great, because once you get to 20, you'll come up to this second level, and you'll get plenty of life, and you'll get a 1-up as well. So there's your life, and this guy will give you a 1-up. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video, and hopefully it's helpful and teaches you how to get through this game as it gets tougher on us. We will see you next time where we'll start Fireball Field.